What's up, friends, and welcome back to a new Duskmourn standard video. And today we are having a look at a Victor deck as per you guys' request. So Victor is a 3-mana 3/3 creature with Eerie, and whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room, surveil 2. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn, if it's the second time, each opponent discards a card, and if it's the third time, put a creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So for this deck, I really had to sit myself down and be like, realistically, how often can we get to 3 triggers? Like, I was basically coming to the conclusion that it would be almost impossible to have 3 enchantments to fire off in a turn or get onto the battlefield one way or another, and then have a reanimator target in the graveyard. So I kind of gave up on that strategy. I wanted to focus on perhaps getting to 2 Eerie triggers. Because, you know, making your opponent discard is still pretty relevant. I still like the value that that provides. So not any crazy, like, discard Vel'Gavoth reanimated with Victor shenanigans in here. We have a realistically good Victor deck, which is basically an Ortsov aura kind of deck. So 3 Victors. There is 3 copies of Rotomouth Viper at the top end as well. So if you ever get a Viper in a graveyard because it's been removed and you find a way to trigger Eerie 3 times with Victor, you could reanimate the Rotomouth Viper. I didn't want to put that in there, but there's also just so many enchantments and auras and all that stuff laying around that the Rotomouth Viper can sacrifice, and we can still have that card at the top end. So, cards that I'm playing to maximize Victor's value. I think Lord Skitter's Blessing is probably one of the best ones. 2-mana enchantment, and when it enters, you create a Wicked Roll token attached to a target creature you control. So that's an enchantment for the Blessing, and an enchantment trigger for the Wicked Roll token. At the beginning of your draw step, if you control an enchanted creature, you lose 1 life and you draw an additional card. So I have a lot of aura synergy in here. Like, we see the really strong Shard Mage's Rescue plus Sheltered by Ghost package that you might be familiar with by now, which are all auras, so great synergy with the Lord Skitter's Blessing. And finally, I got myself an excuse to play Eriette of the Charmed Apple. 3-mana 2/4 from Wilds of Eldraine, and each creature that's enchanted by an aura you control can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of your end step, that's the one we care about. Each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, or X is the number of auras you control. Now, is Eriette the strongest card in here? Maybe not. Like, it might be better to have 3 Braidses, but whenever else are you going to make an Eriette deck? Like, if Eriette doesn't fit in this, she's never going to fit in anything. So I'm personally taking up on the opportunity to play with Eriette, but if you want to have a little bit more power in here, 3 copies of Braids is also fine. But honestly, Eriette can do quite a lot of work in here. Like, there's a lot of auras. There's also 3 copies of the Spellbook Vendor, 2-mana 2/2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1. And when you do, you create a Sorcerer token attached to target creature. So once again, more aura synergy. There's also Spiteful Hex Mages that creates a Cursed Roll token when it enters, and you give it to a target creature you control. So really, so many aura. So if this isn't an Eriette deck, then I don't know what is. So I'm still playing with her, but you do you. But yeah, like, a lot of great aura synergy, and with all these enchantments, obviously we're playing 4 copies of the Optimistic Scavenger too. And the deck is really capable of holding its own, you know? Like, it did really good for me. I ended up going 6-3 with the final version of the deck, which for what this deck is great. I was really happy with it. There's also the sideboard strategy in becoming more of a discard deck and really taking advantage of Victor's, like, second trigger. So that could be pretty relevant against, like, domain decks and such, so that you don't have to have a terrible matchup against that. But honestly, I was pleasantly surprised with this deck. It was a bit unfortunate that there was just kind of no way to make Victor be the reanimator god that he aspires to be, but for what it's worth, I think this is probably the best Victor is going to get. But definitely do let me know in the comments if there are any aura cards or enchantment cards, I guess, that you would want to see in here as ways to trigger Victor. I really think I cooked with Lord Skitter's Blessing, for what it's worth. I'm really happy with that inclusion. So anyways, with that being said, with the yapping being over, let's get into the gameplay here. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out. And with that being said, let's get into some Victor action. This video is brought to you by Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard provides you with premium protection for your trading cards, ranging from sleeves, deck boxes, playmats, binders, and more. Ultimate Guard has everything you need to keep your Magic cards safe, secure, and stylish. Support the channel and yourself by purchasing your Ultimate Guard products using the link in the description. All right, I think it's keepable. You want Victor to work? You're hopeful? I'm gonna try my best, honestly. What the inspiration behind this deck is kind of just like to get Victor to just be like discarding. We'll see how that plays out, I guess. Is this the mirror range? We could have a really cool turn next with a Valgavolt Slayer and like a Hopeless Nightmare or Hex Mage. That'd be kind of sick. Okay. Scavenger not immediately removed is kind of wild. Eriette, yup. Yup. I mean, if you're playing with so many auras, you might as well like drain your opponent for them. But I don't know. It feels more like a meme in a dream. Yeah, one way to find out. Most broken Ortsoff deck, you're stuck in plat hell. I still have good success with Pixie. You threw Chikorita and save her. She's safe. Yo, Chemist, thank you for the prime. Ooh, I kind of want to set up Hex Mage Loki. The Chikorita like shoved in the trash. Oh my god. My queen. Damn, look at these like Hopeless Nightmares. Holy shit. So I'll give that the roll. And then we'll bump it up again, I think. Get it out of cut down range. Okay. 3 Hopeless Nightmares. Sheesh. If we could get that down with a Victor, it would go so hard. Oh my god, that's bad. Shit. Wee woo, we need removal. Wee woo. Wee woo. Not good. Am I shoving this on Moxfield? Once I'm satisfied with it, yeah. I can do it once I'm happy with it. I feel like just swinging with everything. I have to work through 5 more removal spells and we'll be cooking, yeah. Right. How many lands am I playing in this? 22. It should be okay. With a curve that doesn't go over 3, really. We want to accept this trade. You don't? Greedy! I mean, if it's land shouldered, I will probably cry, but, you know. At the same time, they would also be tapped out, so... maybe not. Okay. Damn. Bestie destroyed. There's a map on bat. Oh. So how much removal are we playing right now? 4 copies of Sheltered by Ghost and 3 no auto runs. That's 7 pieces of removal. Come on now. This opponent is like fucking mentally like just in a place that scares me for drawing like that there. Like if I find removal now I win. Like are you good? Actually, as a matter of fact, we just play Hopeless Nightmare and win. Like why the fuck did they do that? Oh my god. Okay, sure. Just completely ruin your chances of winning just when you're so far ahead. Like, okay. Fine. Out of pure greed. Sure, dude. Sure. All of that on 2 lands? Okay. Paid actor? Yeah, but it's like, it's mind-boggling. It's like, it's mind-blowing because it's like you just faced 2 Hopeless Nightmares. You know that I can deal 2 damage to you without going to combat. So as a result of that, you're gonna go to 2 life. Like, okay, why? Like, why though? It's wild. At least go to 3. Yo, Vimley. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. I'm okay. Every time I play Pixie, I run into your monstrous creation peeps. But you can play Rest in Peace in Pixie. Must draw cards, yeah. When I'm stuck at 2, like, they have the advantage anyways. Like, they have the board advantage, card advantage, mana advantage, and they just are like, yeah, well, I'll put myself in a lethal range to a card that I've seen my opponent play. What's up? Let's see. Yeah, I'm sideboarding. I'm sideboarding. Hold on. Trying to figure this out. Why is it auto doing the other Liliana? I want the right Liliana. Give me Goth Mother Liliana, not this. I mean, I like our chances here. Maybe one Spellbook Vendor less. They will have a lot of removal, so that might be a little awkward. I could also go like Bennett's Talent. Like, we could try like hate them with the hand hate. I have a, yeah, on my YouTube channel is like my version of Pixie that I run. That goes kind of hard. That one I am currently with, let me see my win rate here. I played a few games with it the other day, still 2. I'm 14-2 with that version of the deck, so I definitely recommend checking that one out if you want to have the right version of it. It's on my Mox field. Yeah, I'm 14-2, so it's been, I would say that's a good deck. It's a good record, you know. Good win rate. All right, now I would love to set up Lord Skitter's Blessing. To be fair, why shouldn't I, right? What are we supposed to go on again? Warlock, I believe. We had some Warlocks in here. You can do Warlock, you can do Human, like, it's basically whatever. I guess Human might be better, but I just think Warlock is a lot spicier, so that's what I go with. Beginning of your draw step, if you control an enchanted creature, lose 1 life, draw an additional card. Perfect. Sometimes, like, double check if it's like, but it's always the beginning of your upkeep. Sometimes I wondered it, or like was hoping it would be end step, but you know. Alright, damn, bestie, going crazy there. So I'll just put out on black, and let's get 2 Hex Mages set up here. I wonder if the right play is to just play both of them with the curse rolls on it. I think so, because we got Viper coming up, so that seems right. Let's see. Oh shit, okay. Shard Mage's Rescue, guys. This could be huge. So I need to sacrifice 3 things. 1, 2... let's see. 1, 2... So then it costs 4, but I want to sacrifice 1 more thing. Maybe I could just get rid of Lord Skitter's Blessing. Is that greedy? There's no such thing as greed, right? Okay, alright, let's go. A protected Rottenmouth Viper is just fucking sick, so... That's really cool. Geese. Alright, give me 1 second to say goodbye to Libby here. Well, hold up. Alright, here we go. Camera back on. I mean, honestly, sometimes it's just like practice makes perfect, you know? There could be some like lines that you might be like missing. I mean, don't give up, never back down, never what? Yeah, nice try, Airtie. Nice try. Got my rescue at the ready. Hee hoo hoo hoo. Very cool to be able to project the Viper, honestly. Things we'd love to see. Alright. So then Eriette will deal 1 damage or something. That's fine. And then we win with Hopeless Nightmare. Unless they find a way to gain life, which I guess they could with Shelly, but not with this board state. Go snake, snake, snake. But I mean, we win this always already. Like, there's nothing they can do. We have them stuck. Okay. Eriette and Victor, though. What a vibe. Absolute, like, fucking Ortsoff Betty 3-drops working together. It's just a dream deck. It really is. Now to make it good enough to win games. That's what we gotta get to. Wow, they really did that out of spite. Holy shit. Okay, then. Alright, I'm gonna say I don't hate it. One of the things that I'm wondering about, though, is whether or not, like, Eriette is better or Braids is going to be better. That's kind of what I'm gonna be torn between. Because Braids could be really good. It's just, like, getting rid of a curse roll token. And Braids is Braids. I always love Braids. I know Braids is a good card. I'm not sure about Eriette, but she definitely is, like... She got the vibes, you know? Eriette has the vibes. Okay. Braids is way more upfront value. Yeah. But Eriette's Eriette, though. But Eriette, though, I mean, come on now. But Eriette. This ultimate girl boss icon. Ooh, look at her. We are running a bunch of auras, yeah. Like, I mean, Shard Mage's Rescue, aura. Sheltered by Ghost, aura. Lord Skitter's Blessings being played. We play 4 copies of the Spellbook Vendor as well. Dude, what? Oh my god, no, I don't want to get rid of Victor, no. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to decline. That sucks. Sorry. Is an ossification an aura? I believe it is. Not playing it though. Alright, it's Victor time. So I guess we'll just put that on black. We get the Victor trigger. I'll keep that on top because it has like Eriette synergy. Okay. Yeah, another thing also is like when you're playing MTG and things are getting really frustrating. First of all, take a break. Second of all, like, you know, it helps to be like less results oriented and more like, okay, where am I going wrong, right? Like, it might not be like incredibly like obvious or something, but there's always things that you can like do different in Magic, right? Like, it's very easy to just discard something as bad luck, and sometimes that is the case, but if it's really just like consecutive cases of bad luck, it could really just be that you're just making like errors in like the hands that you keep, or the way that you like synergize your or like the way that you sequence your plays or something along those lines. Unless you're really just like the unluckiest person on the planet, but you know. Yeah, make a shrine to Richard Garfield. Very, very useful. But yeah, there's always like these tiny things that you can do as well to like minimize and maximize your RNG, right? You're famously unlucky. I don't know, I feel like it just doesn't do any good to just discard most of your lucks to like, oh, I'm just unlucky, right? Like, you'll never improve if you just keep saying like, oh, it's just bad luck. And like I said, sometimes it is the case, but... Okay, hold on. So how much am I taking from these? 4? Jesus. I don't have an attack. Alright, I'm dead then. These bandits talents, man, it's too much. It's too much. I don't know, it's like I said, competitive Magic at its core has a lot to do with like min-maxing like your, and like really understanding, you know, variance and how high your chances are to do this and how low your chances are to get that. And like, you know, the pros consistently have really good results. Like certain pros will always come out on top because they've really figured that out, right? Like that's why they're pros. If it was so easy to just, you know, win tournaments because you're lucky, it's competitive pro Magic at its very core is a lot of like just making your own luck and playing towards the best odds. Exactly. So like, and that's a skill that doesn't seem very obvious at first, but it's a really, really big part of the game when you're going to like the pro levels. So like the RNG in Magic like can be manipulated, and sometimes we have like bad runs, but if it's something that happens for like a week or something and like you consistently can't get there, then that is something that you might want to like look into and stuff. You feel like your issue is you can't find a deck you love and you stick to it and grow. Yeah, I mean that's like, yeah, like really just zoning in on one deck and just learning the ins and outs as best as you can does help a lot. You love how the poker community dealt with this argument for 50 plus years. Yeah. But yeah, it definitely does help to just find a deck that you really enjoy and then stick with it, you know? And maybe in your case, it might just help to pick like a true like tier 1 deck so you know that you're playing something that's strong enough to get you there. Like, I would say like Pixie's a little bit of a rogue deck, not really something that we're seeing a lot of results with. I do good with it, but... I want to believe in Eriette, though. I do. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, it might in your brain work out a little better when you're, like, just playing tier 1 and you could be like, yeah. I mean, my deck is one of the best, so... Try to see if I can get the Victor. We're not playing Feyblade. We're playing Victor pile. Victor, Ortsoff, like, enchantments, auras. God damn it, I fucking hate this bandit's talent. I mean, I'm just gonna go greed. I'm gonna set up Victor. Go greedy. Alright, we're gonna just believe in the vibes. So this is gonna be like 2 Victor triggers, which is really cool. None of that. I mean, I guess Valgavel's Lair could excite me. Possibly. No attacks, I guess. Shit, not you, Liliana. No. Fucking me up, I fear. Not this. Fuck's sake, another like perfect answer. I guess I could have played Scavenger out. I don't know. I felt like odds of them just having normal removal were probably higher, but... Nor... Guess not. I was trying to play around like Gopher Throats, whatever, like anything of that sort. Okay. I mean, Liliana's still a fantastic card. Like, she really is. She's great. Wouldn't mind finding some enchantment removal. Ahaha. Okay, we got sheltered by ghosts. Let's see. I don't mind the life gain either. So if I grab the Cult Conscript, then I can remove the Liliana. I will go for that, I guess. Goodbye, Lily. So I could play Viper. If I sacrifice Hopeless Nightmare plus... Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now. Sheltered by Goths, yeah. Sheltered is a great card, it really is. Don't remove it. Don't do it. God damn. Another hit. Holy shit. Spud cannot be stopped. Opponent cannot be stopped, dude. Holy shit. I mean, and... Okay. That would be slay. It would be slay. It could save me. If the opponent doesn't have removal, that is. We just need one turn when they don't find the right removal. We might be okay. We'll see. Just a turn as a treat. Just a turn. Just a turn. Alright, guess I got no choice. Devastating vibes. I'm gonna have to grab the Shelter by Ghosts. So I can go back up to 10. Okay. So now we're denying him some life, some card draw, pinginess. No shit, Snake hits. I mean, if it's corpses off the top, then I'm fucked, but like, I have to play to my outs. I have to try. Alright, there we go. Big Snake gets done. I mean, I need to try a different approach here, that's for sure. What if I just beat them at their own game? I played the Bandit Stallions. Honestly, let's just switch it around real good here. Beat them at their own game vibes. All right. Actually happy to find that at the top. You got a Bandit Stallion, bestie? Let's see. So Lauren could hit the case, but they do leave a Skelly behind. I'll go with case. I can play around the Anoint with my rescue. Okay, that works also. So let's put that on human. Let's do this. Be ready for the storm, bestie. You're not ready. You'll never be ready. I mean, these cold conscripts are pretty good, but like I said, we're just gonna start cooking here. Life's a resource. So, okay. You're gonna... They knew what time it was. They knew. They gave up real quick. All right. The power of sideboarding. Tell us what the greatest concerns of Standard are. Well, I think one of the things that's happening right now is that Standard doesn't have... Well, I think it's a good thing that there's nothing, in my opinion, in Standard Best of 3 that's like incredibly broken. Let's see what I want to do here. So yeah, I don't think there's a lot of things in Standard right now that are like broken and need to be addressed. Especially in like Best of 3. I think... Okay, sure. I think one of the only things that you could be like truly somewhat concerned about could be the prowess decks, because I don't think Standard should be a turn 3 format. Another snake. Why not? Yeah, I don't think Standard should ever be like a turn 3 format. So that's one of the things why I would be like, okay, maybe just, you know, get rid of some of the prowess decks. But it's not as if like those decks are putting up like insane numbers that need to be addressed. Oh, we're getting cheesed out here. Yeah, it's gonna dip. Fucking 7 pieces of removal and you just end up finding none. Like, it's not happening, man. Okay, I'll try to see what we can do here. There's some like weird copy screaming nemesis, wipe your own board kind of deck, I believe. Okay. They had their nut draw, yeah. I'm gonna set up the snake here, I think. Against Izzet, I think the snake is good to try and like pull off. Just hoping that my decision to run out will work out for me. Should have sequenced that differently, but it's okay. Missed out 1 point of damage. I mean, something being like 33 to 50% of like a specific deck has never encouraged them to ban something. Because I remember that like one Worlds where everybody was just playing Esper mid-range and there was like one Grixis deck or some shit. I remember that, so yeah, that's not gonna like encourage them not to ban. I truly think that like, especially based on recent results, you know, this whole weekend of like competitive standard has kind of been dominated by non-red decks. It's been a lot of Golgari, it's been a lot of Azorius / mono white. So the red decks are really not on top this weekend, so I feel like things are eventually like balancing out more and like the hype of the leyline decks is kind of dying out. I feel like the only reason they would ever touch the prowess decks is probably because of like unfun play patterns, like they've done in the past. Cauldron Familiar. Cauldron Familiar, anyways. That might be one of the things that they could go with, I feel, but outside of that... It's very sick. Yeah, I feel like nothing in Standard at this point in time is like putting up like crazy results. Like I said, it would really have to be something dominating Worlds for there to be like alarm bells ringing at Wizards. Yo, Setcat, thank you for the 16.
Heyo,
appreciate it.
Some Viper.
Can I get rid of this thing? Okay. Yeah, something should like be absolutely dominating for them to be like concerned, for sure. Yeah, but at the same time, like, look how long it took them to ban Nadu. Like, I think they do whatever the fuck it takes to not ban something. Though, like, it will have to take a lot for them to ban. I think they're really proud of the record that they're like working with right now, and they're really just trying to not ban anything. So it has to be like completely degen and like monitored probably longer than Worlds for something to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen unless the pros like found a way to break it. I don't think that's happening. So we'll see. All right, bestie. All right. And then they ban commander cards. Yeah, right. Oko almost killed the entire game. Yeah, but back then they also were like a lot more aggressive with bans. Like fucking Cauldron Familiar was banned out of Standard, dude. Like ever since that, like they like changed their banning philosophy completely as well, you know? Alright, I'm letting that live. They changed their whole like banning philosophy altogether, where like it's very scheduled and like rarely happens. Like if they can avoid it, they will. So Yeah, I feel like a lot has changed. Let's get rid of the curse rule here. So yeah, like a strong X for doubt on my part, but I wouldn't mind the prowess decks like getting kicked down a notch though. Yo, some gifties? Stinky, thank you. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate you so much. What a bestie. Can we get some spins in the chat for a friend here? Thank you for the gift subs. Appreciate it. Thank you. What a legend. Oh, Dragonfire. Alright. I don't mind as long as my Viper lives. I'm chilling. Yeah, no. Like, 100% I agree. I don't think that the Viper decks are too problematic to be dealt with. I mean, like I said, in the current, like, recent standard results, we are seeing that they can be dealt with. I think ultimately what it comes down to is the play patterns that it creates and the environment that it creates. Like, I think the only saving grace as to why something could happen to prowess is because the environment could just be so toxic that they want to do something about it. Anyways, we got this win. Let's go. A lot of people have stopped playing because of how annoying the meta has become. Like, I feel like maybe those could be motivations for something to change. But I don't know. It's hard to say. What's the record? We're 3-1 at the moment. Okay. Now, like that's what I'm saying, right? Like, it has to have something to do with, like, the play patterns. It's not something that they want to see in standard. That's your best bet, I think. Still doesn't mean that it's gonna happen or anything, but yeah. I'll keep the auras around because we do play with Eriette. We'll see. What are we working with? Optimistic Scavenger? Okay. Let me cook. Pick that up. If this is Boros R's, they're fucked. Yeah, look at my board. They're fucked. We'll love to see it. We love to see it. Auras. We're just speculating on what Wizards of the Coast could do in standard if it comes to, like, bans or, like, changes that they can make to the format, and what their reasoning for that would be. So it would either be like the pros, like, breaking it in Worlds, or like Wizards realizing that they don't want turn 3 wins to be part of standard. I think that's the only reason how something could happen. Outside of that, the format feels balanced. Like, it really would have to do everything with, like, you know, it would have everything to do with and enjoyment of the game, I think. But like I said, I think chances of that happening are so fucking low. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it has to be best of one motivated. It just has to be. There's no way it won't be best of one motivated if they do it. I don't know if there's ever a world in which they would ban just something out of best of one. I don't think we've seen that before, have we? Or, like, maybe there was, like, one case where they did it, but yeah, Thibault's Trickery, I guess? Like, that was the only time? Nexus also? Okay, so Trickery and Nexus. Interesting. I guess maybe they can do that and they just announce to, like, ban it out of best of one. You'd rather play against Red Leyland and Domain. Nah, me too, but, like, as a best of 3 player. You know, like, as a best of 3 player. But it's just, things are just, like, really fucking tough right now if best of one is your main format. Which is simultaneously also MTG Arena's most popular format. So, like, that's where the problems are, you know? They probably will have to think of something to try and, like, get their player base back. Yeah, I agree, Minus. I agree. If that's what it takes. Ooh, that's good. Oh my god, I have, like, cat hair stuck on my fucking nose. Sorry. gonna hit the challenger here, actually. Scavenger? Not playing at the Manifold Mouse? Alright, so if I go human and I do Scavenger plus Sheltered by Ghost, could I vibe? This feels a lot like they have a Sharp Mage Rescue up, but I don't give a fuck. I have nowhere to run. Unless it's like a bounce. Bessie, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, careful, SpongeBob. The surprise Pikachu vibes. Oof. Yeah, that was tough, wasn't it, bestie? Yeah, reading the card explains the card. It's true. It's true. Alright, let's grab this thing too. Damn, look at my scavenger. Ward 4, by the way. Hehehe. Kind of thriving right now. Word 4 vibes. Okay. Challenger again. Yo, Terry! Thank you so much for the 10 months. Appreciate you. Okay. They gotta believe in a dream here with the challenger. Lures and foundations. That would be crazy. Flood on both sides as well. If they don't block this, we just win the game here, so I'll take that. You're giving me a sleepy Hedron when you're the one that fucked up royally? Okay, sure. Sure.